دبي تعطيك امان.
وظل القياده الرشيده اللي فيها، اللي هي حببت الناس والعالم كله في هالبلد. فانا بالفعل فخور بنفسي وفخور بهالدوله الطيبه.
لبناني.
انا شخصيا ابن مصر.
قيام على البلد ليل مع نهار، تركيزه، ما كنا وصلنا للي وصلنا.
أنا والله عمري 5 سنين وأنا تحت البوش، وهذا يعني اللي ما له ماضي الله يرحم أبوي زايد ما له حاضر.
فاليوم الكل عايش سواء موافد أو مواطن، نحمد الله سبحانه وتعالى أن نحن في أمان وفي استقرار وفي أحلى، يعني وين ما تروح تلقى أنك أنت بين أخوانك وبين أهلك وبين ربعك وبين عشيرتك وبين الجميع.
تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوثن وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها، لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوثن وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها، نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها، نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب. تاريخ لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوثن وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد.
I believe leadership, everything in how they manage COVID, how they are changing, how they are giving red carpet to foreign investors, how they are focusing on getting new technology, how they are focusing on supporting innovation, startups, food security, reducing the carbon footprint, sustainability. This is the only country which has Ministry of Happiness, tolerance. Salute to them.
تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوثن وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها، لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوثن وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها، نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها، نبذل الغالي لها.
Welcome everyone with Euro program Pearls of Union, who invest the most successful story here inside UAE. Today, from Dubai City, I have a special guest. He started before 18 years here inside UAE. Until now, we have more than 18 branch. We are talking about Mr. Myro Batra. He's the owner for MBG Corporate Service. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much to all of you and your viewers for giving me this opportunity.
From the beginning, we can introduce yourself to our viewer, please.
I am Mayur Batra. I am founder chairman of MBG Corporate Services. I am Singapore-based headquartered international group. I, by background, is a qualified accountant and of Indian origin, who started my career working with a large Japanese corporate, and I came to UAE in 2008, and since then I have made it my home. I have myself and my children with whom I live here, and I'm having an amazing life, personal and business.
Why you choose UAE for your life and start your business?
Yeah, UAE, I started in 2008 predominantly because of few reasons which have luckily proved to be right. Of course, I believed in this country as an amazing business destination because of its geographical location, its ease of doing business, its visionary leadership, and its it being an access point for businesses in the whole Middle East and North Africa region. Secondly, it's a great international finance and trade center, and for our businesses in India, subcontinent, it is a tax-friendly, business-friendly country with great connectivity.
Mr. Myro, of course, any kind of business, when he starts from the beginning, we have some challenge and difficult, especially in first time. What is the difficult and challenge, and how you solution?
I am a first generation businessman. I founded these businesses. Ours is a knowledge and people-based business. And in all the countries where we have offices, it's our own offices, and we have 600 people with more than 40 nationalities, with diverse educational background, like a lot of them are qualified accountants or MBAs from best global institutes, or lawyers or other professionals with industry expertise. So managing talent, attracting talent, maintaining, establishing your brand from in an organic way is very difficult journey. It's not an easy journey. But if you believe in yourself, you have conviction, and you have clear vision, and environment like UAE, nothing can stop you. That is what I strongly believe.
Mr. Myro, now you have one company in Mumbai, and you have in Dubai, you have in Sharjah, you have in Japan. How you can lead all of this company in same time?
I will divide it into two parts, pre-COVID and post-COVID. Pre-COVID, I was traveling 200 days a year. I was traveling to all these locations and meeting customers, visiting our offices. But first I got this COVID shock where travel and became a very different and difficult thing. And since then, we have adapted. The businesses are very resilient. We've adapted using more technology, changing the way how we deliver our services to customers, how we internally communicate, how we maintain quality, how we skill our people, train them internally. So all those things have become more digitalized, more technology driven. So like every other business, we've been, inshallah, we've been successfully able to change our style of doing business and adjust to the changed reality.
Now, Mr. Myro, if we will talk about in MBG group, how you start in this one until now. Of course, you put it your idea, you put it your work, you put it strategy to complete this one for in this country where you have. Tell us about that.
I started this business because I felt there is a real opportunity. When I started way back in 2002-03, the world was, after the post-Cold War environment, was just getting globalized. International business, trade, investment was booming. There was also large American brands spreading everywhere. But then what I realized that there is a space where people need real understanding of local businesses, local culture, local practices, and also help in entering areas which are conventionally not so much influenced by Western countries. So I identified on Middle East, North Africa, Southeast Asia and Indian subcontinent as areas of opportunity, because here we have young population, we needed technology, we needed infrastructure. And I started my business based on these. Then I said that whatever services which we will offer to customers, it should pass two important tests. One is we should have expertise to really add value to customer. We should help them improve, help them make more successful, help their journey easier, give them more information. And secondly, we should not step on or help them concentrate on their core businesses. So if somebody is a car manufacturer, I can do his compliance, I can help him do a merger and acquisition, I can do his technology, but I will not, I am not best in designing cars or manufacturing them. That is his core, let him do it. So based on these two things, we started. All offices for us are ourselves owned. So wherever our customers use us, they get same quality, same experience of services. We have multinational staff, so an understanding of different markets. So typically we have a large number of Japanese, Chinese, Arabic, Indian, Southeast Asian, European customers, and we have people working from those nationalities. We have also people from different experiences, like our business, as you would have understood, is more around consulting and outsourcing of services. So when I am recruiting my people or building teams, we get them from varied experiences. We get them from consulting industry, we'll get them from business, from very large or medium enterprises, and also we get them from regulator or government authorities. Because for any business, what is important? If I just give you knowledge and I don't understand your business need, I'm not good for you. If I just understand your business but doesn't know the regulatory framework and knowledge, I'm not good. And then ultimately this has to stand the test of a regulator or government authority. So they also have a viewpoint. So our USP is everywhere we give similar high quality with a balanced viewpoint on everything.
How you choose your team in MBG corporate service?
Human beings are of course tough to manage, and we as a startup and a young company originally had a lot of problem in getting the best talent. That was one of the struggle initially, but we put them, what we give them is a constant path of improving their skills, an environment where they are rewarded for their performance in a very fair way. We give them an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to work in an international business, opportunity to work in different environments. We transfer our people from different geographies, we give them different information, and we constantly work on their learning and development. Here also I have this stated goal that I believe in our industry, which is not very common, we want to have 50% people who are women at every position by 2025. Plus, we want to have as much diversity as possible. And as I told you, we hire them from consulting, the best ones, law firms, accounting firms, investment banks. We hire them from best of industries. I myself work with a large Japanese conglomerate. We have colleagues who've worked in biggest American companies, European companies, Middle Eastern companies, and we also hire them from very good positions in government and regulation side. Ultimately, human relations is the key in our business. This is a constant journey of keep upgrading their skills, keeping them motivated, helping them deliver quality service, and we are in knowledge-based industry, motivating them to keep changing to and adjusting to the environment.
Of course, Mr. Myro, when you get all of this to your team, to your staff, he will come same you and you will get your successful. Now when we talk about the success, it's not easy, especially when you continue and you're successful. Who is support you from the beginning and he will behind you till now to get your dream, you're successful?
I am very, very blessed in this way. In our company, of course, some of it got me because of Japanese influence in beginning of my career. Japanese believe in lifetime employment, lifetime relationships. So I say it's more like marriage. So I have customers who are my first 20 customers. Most of them are still working with us. I have people who used to work with me when I was working in these Japanese companies. A lot of them who slowly joined and are still working with me. So all my lifetime I have been associated with them. And of course, I am blessed to have 600 people who believed on us, who could have got a job and worked in any best brand of the world, but they believed on us when we were small and grew with us. So all, I will say I thank from bottom of my heart, and all contribution which they made has made this group. It is not me. Every 600, they have contributed in making us, because our asset is human being only. We have no manufacturing plant, we have no stock, we have no showroom. If people are good, they can service the customers good. That's how we maintain our reputation. So how to attract them, how to retain them, motivate them is of course my job. But then I must thank them on believing on us, thank them on contributing to us, thank them on making us a success story together.
When we talk about any huge company inside UAE, the company he will support, he will give some facility to any kind of company. What the government he will give you and how he support you?
what is most important here is I can talk about government working on the macro environment, what they are doing good for everybody. There are things which they are doing good for everybody. Of course, they are, their policies, their thoughtful leadership. I have hundreds of examples. I can list few of them. Like they are taken all the initiative to make UAE a balanced economy. If talking about economy, because they are reducing constantly dependence on oil and gas. They have recently allowed foreign direct investment. They've allowed golden visa, which people like me have, which gives us stability as a foreign investor. They've made international working days like 4.5 days, which is a big step. They have 100% transparency and digital offering of services. Foremost and most important is they give fair opportunity to all of us. Which country in the world, I want to ask you, you can give me a list of even 5 countries in the world where foreigners go and become billionaires. Before I came to Dubai or UAE, I say there's a UAE dream, because this is the country where you can find a non-Emirati also as a billionaire. They gave them fair opportunity, space to work and make their wealth, make their success stories. That's why UAE attracts so much talent, so many people. They come and make this home because there is a dream that if I go there, I can make a success story. And which is truth. Which other country? I have an opportunity to visit more than 70 countries, live in few of them. But most of the countries I see, top 500 successful people is their own nationals only. This is the country where you can find a Britisher, an American, an Indian, a South American, a Chinese, a Japanese, Saudi Arabian, everybody who can be successful and who has a fair opportunity. There is no discrimination. Then, of course, UAE also has big soft power. It's one of the safest countries for women. It has, it works on tolerance, it works on people's happiness, it works on our quality of life. One of the biggest examples is how the leadership managed the COVID situation. Which country was first to vaccinate and even vaccinate all non-citizens free of charge? Best opportunity, best timing, giving treatment, taking care of. And which country focuses on taking care of quality of life of even foreigners? Forget about their citizens only. This is UAE. So this is the place to be.
Now, if we want to talk about your company, MBG Group, what is the future plan?
I will take you what services we do. We help customers on cross-border transactions, mergers and acquisitions, doing their compliances for tax and other legal compliances properly. We help them with their risk management strategy, entry strategy into new areas for business or new geographies, or we help them with technology, specifically IT security and automation and artificial intelligence, which is our focus areas. And we help with people with conventional services like auditing. And lastly, we also help them doing the famous ICV program, which UAE federal government now is running, and started with that NOC for giving incentive to invest locally and get benefit from. So when you ask me how will I will grow my business, I want to grow my business by helping my customers grow. In their growth lies our growth. By helping my people grow, by helping expertise grow in the group. So I will say all these 3 things as the basic ingredient. So when I say my customers should grow, so I can make them grow by offering them additional services which are according to changing environment, help them adjust with change, or help them take to new geographies. So from UAE, where we are kind of headquartered for the MENA region, probably we will cover newer markets where our customers can grow in Middle East and North Africa, maybe Saudi Arabia or East Africa or North Africa. We will expand, or we continue to expand in subcontinent or Southeast Asia. So we will give them more markets to go, so that they can sell their products or introduce technology. Secondly, from our global offices in Japan, China, Europe, where they have technology capital, we are trying to invite more and more people to invest here, so that people in UAE and customers get access to market and best technology at best price. We have to help them do it. Third, we have to develop our people to expand their skill set, because in our industry, it's very change oriented. What you need today, in 5 years you will need totally different services. Risk changes, technology changes, companies' business model changes. So everything, like Corona is one example, how fast world has changed. What was good 2 years ago is not good anymore. So we will help our customers and our people change together. So new skill set we add to our people, for them continuously to be forward looking, to be in a way in spite of being driven by our core values, we want to be ahead of market and think about future changes and help our customers adjust to it and get them ready. So new geographies, new service offerings, and more trained people according to future requirements. These three things basically will drive our growth. So because I don't want to grow on compromising on quality of service. Yeah, thank you very much for asking what is our growth plans. Ultimately, our growth plan will evolve with our customers' growth. So it is around helping our customers grow and our people grow. So when I say how will our customers grow, our customers can grow by us providing them access to new geographies, or us providing them more value-added services, or us providing them, helping them identify new opportunities for mergers and acquisition, for technology acquisition, for collaboration, and everything which leads to their growth. So this is the basis on which I want to have our growth done. Now, when I say these three issues, so what I will do probably is I will help customers world over to get more access to Middle East and North Africa, which is the MENA region, and Dubai and UAE continues to be gateway for that. And I will help them get access to Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia, countries like Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, which are again countries with young populations. So all these countries we want to help our customers to grow forward. Of course, a lot of our customers in the West, in Japan, in China, they have capital and technology, and they have their own markets are mature. Here we have young demographics, we have need for infrastructure, need for technology. So we can be a good bridge between the developed world and the upcoming developed world. I'm not saying developing, the upcoming developed world with young population and all opportunities. So UAE of course continue to be one of our major focus areas. We will continue to train our 600 people and hire more so that they can adjust to the changing environment, and they can keep offering newer and more expertise driven as well as more value added services to customers to help their business operations and help customers also cope up with change in the new environment.
Now, Mr. Mario Batra, if we want to talk more detail about MBG corporate service, tell us more detail about what you do exactly and what kind of service you have.
Yeah, we have a wide range of services like any global corporate services company or a consulting company. Our services, as I explained, is centered around providing value-add knowledge-based information and service to our customers. We basically divide them in outsourcing of compliances, which is tax, labor law related, or any other kind of compliances, whichever jurisdictions which we operate on, people require. We will typically give them services for cross-border transaction, which is M&A or trade or movement of capital in any form and way. We will help our customers on their risk and management consultancy practice, where we will do complete range from enterprise risk management to SOPs to help them make feasibility for new businesses, entering new markets, industry-based information, and all kinds of management consulting. Besides that, we give conventional auditing services and accounting services, and we've also being a partner with the EDNOC, then Abu Dhabi government, and most recently the federal government on national ICV program, which is helping companies win better if they invest and believe in UAE as their destination. Lastly, we have heavily invested into customers, helping them digitalize, working on their IT and cyber security and artificial intelligence and RPA processes as part of technology of offering of our services, helping them adjust to the change environment.
Good. Now, Mr. Myro, we're talking about UAE. This country, it's technology country. Now, if I want to ask you where you can see the UAE after 10 years?
UAE visionary leadership has said that they will make it UAE a $3 trillion economy, which is a 3 trillion AED economy, not the dollar, sorry, in next 10 years, which is a very achievable goal, because I am amazed by the speed and by the thoughtfulness of change which they are bringing in. In last 1 year, they brought a change allowing 100% FDIs. They've changed the weekend to make it synchronized with global markets or international major economies. They have allowed golden visas for expats to make them home. They've allowed they've expanded the ICV program to incentivize. They are investing in innovation. They are investing in artificial intelligence. They are, have a target of doubling global international trade. In next 10 years, they are doing special partnership relationships with countries like India, UK, a lot of African countries. Even they've opened up trade with Israel. So there are so many steps, I can keep counting them, which they are taking in believing. They have also pledged to double their manufacturing, which is from current level to 300 billion dirham level, which is double in next 5 years. So I surely believe golden era for UAE is going to come. I can also mention here a comparison between Singapore and UAE, for example. Singapore is almost equal size of GDP economy as UAE, almost equal size of population, but it has no oil and gas. And UAE is now expanding on sectors other than oil and gas. And if we see, Singapore attracts much more foreign investment and also has much more international trade of non-oil and gas compared to UAE. So if all the steps which our government here, our visionary leadership is taking, if we private sector, we the expats, the citizens, we work hard on working and improving, I think golden era of UAE is going to come. Next 10 years, even more than double size of economy UAE can become. It will be the destination of the world.
What is the Expo 2020, the benefit in the UAE and in MBG special?
We have had Expo 2020. I would like to congratulate. It is one of the grandest, best organized events, and in these challenging times, nobody could believe it that it will be delivered the way it has been delivered. So salute to everybody who's done it. We as an MBG have tied up with various pavilions. We've held, we are in the process of holding more than 100 events where we will, as I explained in our growth plan, our purpose is to give more information about possible foreign investors into UAE about business environment here, macroeconomic, regulatory, ease of doing business, lifestyle, so that they can come and establish their technology. Plus our local customers, if they want to connect with global companies who can give them capital or technology. So we've done hundreds of events with various pavilions, as well as for our existing customers in Expo. We have a team which is very actively working and promoting Expo as a connect between business communities. In addition to, of course, it is a big cultural and social event, but then it is really very well done at a grand scale. It's in this region the best thing which has happened, and I salute that. As Dubai is known for doing biggest, best in best of times, it has kept or over exceeded its reputation by doing Expo 2020.
Good. Now, Mr. Myro, you have a lot of experience outside of UAE and also inside UAE. If we want to send motivation message for young people, any businessman and businesswoman, he want to enter world business, what you told him from your experience?
Nowadays, world over, people are focused on startups or starting their own businesses. I am happy to see this opportunity which young generation have, where there are people who are ready to finance them, ready to give them direction, ready to give them mentorship. But most important is, when you start a business, please think deeply. Is that you are starting up a business which will add some value? Which will it improve people's businesses, lives in any way? What is your unique selling point? How will you take over how will you face the competition? So there should be some benefit to society and humankind in what you do. And there should be some unique selling point for your businesses. Once that model vision is clear, success will follow. This is my message. Second, I have request that now change is very profound and fast. So be ready to keep changing and be alert and agile to do it. Something which is very good tomorrow may not be day after as appreciated as it is.
Thank you very much, Mr. Myro Batra, for this motivation message. Now we're talking about UAE. Of course, we should send from heart to heart some word to all leader and sheikh here inside UAE.
I will like to thank the visionary leadership of UAE in every way, because they have made UAE the best country to live. I have lived in many countries world over. The kind of safety, kind of fairness, kind of opportunity, kind of balance between tradition, culture and modern life they have, kind of vision for future they have, salute to them. And I believe this will continue to be the best country in the world in years to come. And thank you very much for attracting global expats like me to come here, give them opportunity to make their success stories.
Thank you very much, Mr. Myro, for this message, and we also thank you for this interview. We are so happy to meet you today. You are a great example in our program, Perlos.
Thank you very much for having me over, and it's a pleasure meeting you and your team. And I hope you guys will continue to have a lot of success in whatever your endeavors are.
دبي تعطيك امان.
وظل القياده الرشيده اللي فيها، اللي هي حببت الناس والعالم كله في هالبلد. فانا بالفعل فخور بنفسي وبفخور بهالدوله الطيبه.
لبناني. أنا شخصيا ابن مصر.
قيام على البلد ليل مع نهار، تركيزه، ما كنا وصلنا للي وصلنا.
أنا والله عمري 5 سنين وأنا تحت البوش، وهذا يعني اللي ما له ماضي الله يرحم أبوي زايد ما له حاضر.
فاليوم الكل عايش سواء موافد أو مواطن، نحمد الله سبحانه وتعالى أن نحن في أمان وفي استقرار وفي أحلى، يعني وين ما تروح تلقى أنك أنت بين أخوانك وبين أهلك وبين ربعك وبين عشيرتك وبين الجميع.
أبد